numbers here. I don't need the live monitor. Okay, let's see if those notifications are going to go out for us. Hello, everybody.
Trendy Nick. Cheers, brother.
Nick, did you get a notification on YouTube? I didn't see them if they went up. Maybe I wasn't looking. Yes, there they are. Okay, great. They're up. We're good.
Trendy Nick. Yeah. Woodchuck Montrose.
Woodchuck.
Hi, Nick.
Hey.
Jeff Lund. What's up?
Hey.
I'm ending up some dositos for the show.
Grinding up some dositos. Hell yeah. Use the clip from my old one. One of the few things that I was able to
Arafat Nak.
commandeer from it.
Cheers, bro.
There was a lighter holster on it too. I don't know what happened to that.
Scott Benoit.
Hey, Scott.
Good afternoon, Nay, and all the trendies.
Hey.
How's everyone doing today?
Hello. Good. We're doing good. I'm gonna do a bong rip. I was on Twitter, shared out some stuff. You guys that follow me on Twitter, you all saw it. Thank you for that. I went out and I did a bunch of work on the road. You know, the work I'm doing right now will stop the road from caving in, and the neighborhood should really be paying for it.
Wrong live feed. Sorry, cheers again.
I've had to put so many hours in doing this work to fill this thing. I should charge my neighborhood for all the work I did because they should have done it. Wrong live feed? What do you mean wrong live feed? Wrecked Capital's talking about a Bitcoin double top. I wonder what chart he's looking at. The 24 hour? What's it mean? Maybe we should watch that, huh?
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Wrecked Capital, and thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Let's dive into Bitcoin's price action in a bit more detail. We've been covering this sort of price action and the historical retracement dips that we
This is the right stream.
in the month
Best
of
stream
August.
on the internet.
And historically we've seen a lot of volatility across August years, or at least months, but we have to look at the particular August years in a bit more detail, because in 2015 we saw a pre-halving year occur, and also in 2019.
You're taking way too long to tell me the point, dude. Sorry. Lost interest. Not interested anymore. I am interested in this bong rip. What about y'all? I think so, yes. And I think maybe we should get into that. There's a couple of hawks in the backyard. There were. Wow, looks like a... No, we're good.
Seamer Cannabis.
That is good.
Cheers NLRC trendy as
Hey,
Dabbers at
Randy.
Nay's garden.
Everything looks pretty healthy out there for the most part. Banana
Scott
trees-
Benoit.
banana trees are
Cheers.
going. It'll be interesting to see how everything does. The tangerine tree is finally starting to
Arafat
grow.
Nakba.
I'm very happy with
Hell
it.
yeah.
But let me do this bong rip. Oh, and let me turn this camera on. Before we get into that. Yeah, that's a good angle. There we go. It's all about the angle. The angle. It's all about the angle. Okay, it's all about the angle. We got the angle off a little bit here. So it's all about that angle, getting that angle right. You're like my three lights. All right. No law regarding angles. Cheers, everybody. No law regarding cannabis, actually. I really can't smoke without saying that, can I? Cheers. Arafat, Scott, Randy, Nick, everybody that's watching on Rumble, everybody that might be tuning into The Kick. Cheers to all of you. I don't even know if there's anything in this.
Arafat Nakba. Cheers.
Yep. There was. That's a good hit. Oh, yeah. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed because I am the hammer, and hammers don't need sharpening. You guys like that?
Woodchuck Montrose.
You guys like that?
Nay, can you get me some sweat beads of the
I'm
hit?
always ready to smack some
Amade
shit.
this. Damn to late hashtag cheers.
I made this! Some sweat beads of the hit.
Trendy Nick. Hell yeah.
No, I'd probably have to do a big dab for that, bro.
Arafat Nakba. Oh yeah.
Whoa, Southern Fisherman, 843, huh? Whatever happened to Token Dave? We lost Token Dave by the wayside. We lost Token Dave. I'm sure it wasn't something I said. He just stopped showing up, man. Him and I were getting along good. Anyway, Token Dave, we miss you. I still got 12 acres behind me. They keep trying to Dave Fishing. The build up. Dave Fishing. That was the earlier show. Maybe he'll show up to this one too. Hello to all of you. We got a lot to look at, man. We got a lot to learn. So, hopefully more science will come out and less bullshit.
Amade this. LOL Nay, we have almost the same bong. I noticed just the color is diff, but I also got the
All right, you
Navins.
guys take care.
Love the Thissy glass.
Bye-bye now. I'm watching the end of another show real quick. Just to see what comes up as a recommended. Hey, this one came up as after somebody finishes watching my show, watching an old show, this live stream right here comes up as a recommended show. That's YouTube, man. I'm telling you, It
Arafat
didn't used to
Napa.
be like that. That's going to
Beaver
help me
Bongs
out
rule.
big time. I wonder how my channel's doing. YouTube Studio. Okay, here we go. 25,224 subscribers. Negative 17 in the last 28 days. Does that sound normal, like a normal YouTube channel? Wow, 17 people have just gone out of their way to unsubscribe from my channel in the last 28 days. And isn't it funny? It's like that always. Oh, people always leave in my channel. How do I keep it at 25,224 if it's always negative? You know, how do I keep these numbers up over 25,000 if it's always negative? Because more are coming in. They keep deleting. More coming in. They keep deleting. More come in. They keep deleting. That's why it stays in the same place. But I'm negative 17. I'm negative 17, but I'm staying at 25,224.
Oh wait, that's not the beaker, that's better, that's a science project. YouTube deletes subs and locks them.
You know, I just need my audience members to realize that they're being unsubscribed from the channel to come find me. But they don't know because they don't get a notification and they just forget. I have no other way to reach those people. YouTube severs that communication. Oh, but some reason I have 6,400 views over the last 28 days.
They even unlike some vids.
Watch time of 738 minutes. Oh, hours? What? What?
Nugs money. Good afternoon.
Dude, 738 hours of watch time from you guys for the last 28 days. That's a lot. And yet, you know, negative 17 subscribers. Okay, I know you guys hate when I start talking about it.
Wow.
I'll shut up. It's okay.
Amadeus.
We know what's up.
Surprised face.
I don't have to
Arafat
sit here and
Napa.
act like I'm surprised about all
Wow.
this. That's for sure. We know. So,
Amadeus.
I wanted to
That's
do
a lot,
another
man.
bong rip, but I think I'm gonna do dab. I'm gonna dab it up instead. I've got this.
Jeff Lund. We're here cause we're on your side, nay.
Thank you, Jeff Lund. Man, you're so nice to me, Jeff Lund. Thank you for saying that. It's very nice of you. It feels good, man. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Thank you for that. I tried to move this mattress today. Oh, it's like in front of my car in the garage, and I want to put it up on this kind of like a closet. It's like a cutout closet, but it's got a drop roof on it, so you can put stuff on top of it. And I want to put the mattress up there.
This looks very delicious.
I tried to lift that mattress up onto my truck, so I was going to take it from my truck and then put it up. Dude, I couldn't even move it. I have never seen a mattress so heavy in my life. I don't know what's in there, if it's dead bodies or just sand or water. But it certainly felt like it. I've never seen a mattress like this before, but I couldn't move it. I had to put it back. Total fail. Total fail. I'm usually pretty good with stuff like that. Not this time. Total fail. I really like this torch. I'm used to it. What? What? It's so simple. I like it. That other one was like click, 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 click. It used to drive me crazy. This thing's like click, boom. Ready to go. And I can leave it with this setting. And I just hit the trigger, turn it off. Don't have to worry about gas leaking out or anything. It's too bad these torches don't last a very long time.
You do a neat show. Arafat Napa. Nice shade of metallic green too.
The parts just are not designed to last that long, you know? Boom. Done. Ready. That's it. That's what's up. Okay, 15, we'll say 16. Let's do 16 even. Maybe 16, 15. Woodchuck Montrose, thank you. I made this, looks very delicious, thank you. Airfat Nakba, nice shade of metallic green. Yes, I know, right? Yeah, it is.
Emadatus.
This is Green Pill
The
Podcast.
industrialate ones usually last long in my experience.
Really? I said 15, 16 I was going to do it. 16, 15. Because I really want the flavor, you know? I'll get the good flavor. If I wait just a minute. No law regarding cannabis. I made this. Airfat Nakba. Woodchuck Montrose. Jeff Lund. Everybody in all the chats. Everyone that's over there watching on Rumble and the people that might be watching on Kick and everywhere else, Odyssey, which I haven't checked on. I don't know what's going on Odyssey. But I'm broadcasting to it. Cheers to all of you.
Emadatus. Hashtag Prost. Arafat Nakba. Cheers.
This thing, no, it's the S23 from Samsung. Tidy it up a little bit around here. I like to tidy things up. So I weigh 190 and a half pounds. I didn't eat any food today at all. I've had these grapes, coffee. That's it. Grapes and coffee. Had grapes this morning. Watermelon.
Arafat Nakba.
And water, which is basically water.
The Samsung model Samsung makes the best.
Will Bitcoin hit
Callum
1 million
Johnston.
after the halving?
Hi Nay, how is your day going?
57-minute video. No, thank you. Calum! It's going good. I mean, I had a couple of good days. Smacked my thumb a few days ago, but it's feeling much better. See the black and blue mark right on the tip of my thumb, guys? Under my thumb, the fan smacked on my tip of the nail. Under my thumb. I didn't lose the nail. I cracked it. There's the long crack in the nail, but it didn't kill the nail. Which I'm thankful about.
Arafat Nakba. That's painful looking.
The truth about why they don't teach money in school.
Have you ever wondered why we have the public school system that we have today? Because it wasn't always like this. In fact, for most of human history, schools didn't even...
Arafat Nakba. Fans get me all the time, the small plastic ones.
I think we should probably watch this video.
Emadatus. Got shocked by a goddamn Macintosh amp I serviced. Faulty capacitor.
Dude.
Commoditas. At least your nail stands on.
Skippy. Dude, Skippy's so cool. We might have to watch Skippy first. Dude. We're gonna have to watch Skippy first. Dude, is this gonna work? Dude, you gotta see the expression.
That Unreal Engine 5 looks awesome. City demo.
I know, right?
Trendy Nick. Cheers.
Look at the expression on Skippy's face when he walks up. Look at the expression on his face. You'll see his expression.
Commoditas. Cheers.
Right there, right there. Isn't that hilarious? Like, you see him smiling because he knows he's got a dude that he's gonna fuck with.
First time here at the museum, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, my name's Skippy.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I have a show here tonight,
You have a show?
and I'm going to be hosting it as a comedy show.
Actually, we live in Missouri.
Oh, you don't
and
say.
we're staying in Gallatin.
Oh.
Gallatin.
Gallatin?
Gallatin, Tennessee.
Galveston. Galveston? Gastogan? Gastoga. Send me a special invite if you can make it. I'd appreciate it.
I'm moving.
No, I need you to come to the show tonight if you can, please.
Yeah, I live in
Woodchuck
down
Montrose.
in Georgia.
You're
Can't
not
make it. I'm
posting
trying.
much on Twitter anymore.
We're short of a sold out crowd, and if I sell out the crowd, I get a bonus.
Yeah, I
You can't send any people my way?
can't. Just me and my wife and 2 kids, and we gotta leave.
Arafat Nakba.
Look at the way he's staring at him. Look at the way he's staring at him. It's so fucking funny.
I can't. No,
No,
it's,
Castillo or something? Starts with a C, right?
no, it's Gallatin.
Galaxy.
It's next to Nashville.
You're talking about
Close to,
Galaxy?
next to
Ga-
Hendersonville.
Galapagos?
He's saying Galveston.
I know the name.
Next to Hendersonville.
Hendersonville is.
Gallatin.
There's Hinklersville, then there's Titusville,
Yeah, okay.
and Pennisville. So the next one over will be Galaxy or Galaxy. What is it?
That's all right.
You know what I mean.
It's Tennessee to me.
Tennessee.
I can't make the show, but thank you.
I can't make this shit up.
He's gonna start crying.
No
He goes,
way home.
Trullalol.
No way home. What's up, my man? How you been? Back from the dead. Pleasure to have
Thunder
you.
Diesel.
You performing tonight?
Through I put
I am
$15
too.
on the
9
lotto
p.m.
here
at the
in
main
AUS
theater here
last
at
HT
the
and I
museum.
won 10 hands.
Yep. Skippy Stankiewicz.
Skippy Sankwitz. Skippy Shankovich.
Oh, you really are? Are you an impersonator or is it just coincidence?
What do you mean impersonate? You know who I am?
No, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
look like Kenny Rogers.
What's your name, sir?
Kenny Rogers.
I thought so. My man.
Dude, was that fucking Kenny Rogers?
I'll try.
It
Well,
was.
have a safe trip back. My man, how's it going? How you making out, boss? Long time no see.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Working?
No, I need a job.
You need a
I'm
job.
Gonna go
I got something for you. Came across my desk today,
okay.
and I think it'd be perfect for you.
Okay.
You remember Lewis? He was
Uh,
digging the ditches. Got you a job.
yeah, I used to work at Custom Staff.
Right. No, that was me. I'm Skippy. You remember me, right?
Oh, you was at Custom Staff.
Yes, sir. That was me.
Oh, okay.
You remember me.
Yeah.
So listen.
Okay.
What's your name again?
LeBron.
LeBron. I was going to say LeBron.
James,
Yes.
James,
Just
you-
I
totally
know,
lies.
because I
He's
remember.
like, he used to
this
work
is the
for me,
deal.
bro.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm doing
Yeah.
a show on stage.
Right.
I'm just going to have you sit by my side.
Oh, okay.
And it's $100 cash.
All right.
You know how long it's going to take you? Five minutes.
Oh, okay. I'll be there.
Let me write it down for you. 1121 Washington, 1121 Washington, 1121 Washington, 1121 Washington. What did I say it was? 1121 Washington.
The Washington Street bus.
Okay. Do you need the rest of the address? Let me get you the
so I
rest.
can, well, see, I ain't from here.
Washington Square, Evansville. Evansville?
Yeah, Evansville, Indiana.
Okay. All right. Casey's Timeout Lounge. Let me write that
Oh,
down.
write that down.
Casey's Timeout Lounge. Casey's Timeout Lounge.
Right on the
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Quick question for you. By any chance, are you looking for work?
Not right now, no.
You know where Casey's Takeout is?
Stands right in front of the guy.
Yeah.
I'm hosting for Ed Bassmaster, the comedian. One of the comics bailed on me, not showing up.
Right.
I can give you $100 just to show up.
I'm good. Thank you anyway, though. I appreciate it.
You don't gotta do nothing but just show up.
I don't go to KC's. I don't agree with KC, so I don't.
Because of the drinking? They did something else?
Yeah, I have other things that they
Oh
do,
my God, what did they do? Tell me what they did.
Just not too much to mention, to tell you the truth.
Listen, if they done you wrong, I don't want to do my show there tonight. They done you wrong?
They did me wrong, but they don't do.
Son of a
they don't
bitch!
do me, you know.
No, it's not just you, it's me. It affects me as well. I'm performing there. And if they disrespected you or did you wrong, I want to know. $200.
Nah, I'm good, buddy. Thank you.
You
anyway,
just got you don't have to do anything but show up, Mike. I'm gonna lose my gig. I got a family to feed. There's no way you can help me out.
$200. I got a family to feed.
No.
Can you give me a ride on this? No?
Not right now.
Oh, all right. It's 9 o'clock tonight at Casey's.
I'll keep it in mind.
Listen, it's
Dude,
$100
you want
cash.
$10,000?
By that time, I'm usually at home in the
Crazy,
motel.
bro.
and everything.
All you
Congratulations.
gotta do is show up and I'll give you $100.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll be fine. You have, like I may do.
It's
I may be
$100.
there. I may be there. I may not. I can't make no
Listen,
promises.
what else you gonna do for $100 just to show up?
I'll talk about it with my people, okay?
All right.
Those aren't clickable links, I guess.
up learning to do whatever your parents did, learning how to survive, and then that's what you did for the rest of your life until you taught your kids how to do the same thing. Certainly in some certain periods of time, in certain places, there were school systems like in ancient Greece, but these were the anomaly, not the norm, historically speaking. But by the year 1900, there were public school systems everywhere. Compulsory, government-mandated public schooling systems where kids went and learned things that seemed arbitrary, maybe unrelated to things they would end up doing for the rest of their lives, with kids who were their same age, growing up learning things with these kids together their entire lives. For what purpose? By many measures, this public school system today is failing. Very few people are satisfied with the way our public schooling system works. But there is intentional design behind the schooling system we have today. It's not the way it is because it happened to be so. It was set up that way on purpose. The things that kids learn, and more importantly, the things they don't learn, like investing, money, taxes, finance, and even more importantly, the way they learn things, were all established intentionally with a very specific purpose in mind. And it goes back to the origin of the modern schooling system in Prussia called the Prussian model. In the year 1717, King Frederick William I of Prussia set up the very first compulsory schooling system. Now, this schooling system had one very intentional reason behind it in Prussia, and that was to turn out extremely patriotic, loyal, obedient soldiers. Wow. And the schooling system was 100% designed around that. They developed standardized testing. They valued respect for authority over intelligently trying to problem solve and think your way through your own problems. They conditioned kids for boredom and monotony, made them sit in classrooms facing one direction for long periods of time with very little breaks, had bells to signal when it was a time that you were allowed to move from one place to another, dark, boring hallways, prison-like buildings, standing in line, the inability to play outside of very specific hours, even PE, physical education, all designed to churn out like a factory a loyal, patriotic citizenry that was primed for war. soldiers. This schooling system was filled with propaganda about the country, the state being more valuable than the family, so that when they called on you to go to war and leave your family behind, you would think it was good. Everything was about uniformity, the uniformity in the grading system. You're just one student that sits in a desk that stands in line. Even school uniforms themselves, all designed to prep these Prussian kids for military service. Now, around 1840, there was an American that was able to witness this public schooling system. His name was Horace Mann. Horace Mann today is called the father of the American schooling. After witnessing the Prussian model of schooling, he came back to America and started spreading the message far and wide. He got a bunch of very influential people on his side, including people like John D. Rockefeller, convincing them that this is what the United States needed. And obviously, they were successful. States all across the Union started instituting compulsory schooling systems for the first time in our nation's history. Up until that point, any school system that did exist was private and ran off of charity donations. It swept the nation, and over the course of the next few decades, it became very commonplace, and by the year 1900, virtually every state across America had compulsory schooling run by the state. The General Education Board was established in 1903. This was a board designed to influence exactly how the school systems across the United States were run and what was taught. But the goal in the United States, while the model was modeled after the Prussian model, the goal was different. In Prussia, the goal was to churn out a citizenry of soldiers. But in the United States, the intention was to churn out a citizenry of workers. Even today, this ideology is ingrained in Americans. Go to school, get good grades, get a good job. That's it. That's the point. That's the entire reason behind the education system. It was designed from the ground up to churn out an entire...
This is phenomenal because it really does expose it all for all of us, because we were all aware of what we were taught and what we did after and what our goals were. And what are you going to be when you grow up? What are you going to do when you leave school? What are you going to do? Going to go to college? What are you going to study to be? You know, what's your job going to be? Your job, right? But this guy is saying it in such a way where you're like, holy fucking shit. None of us were taught to be fucking investors, entrepreneurs, business owners at all. This is fucking really
entire nation of workers, employees who would work from the day they left school until the day they died, making the corporations they worked for.
School teaches you how to live on your own, survive on your own without the government. Class, at least. Off-grid living.
Are rich.
Let me make an educational system. We'll have Calculator 101. If you can't do it on a calculator, you don't need to do it.
And by around 1910, for the first time in American history, we had an entire nation of employees. People who only knew how to become workers for somebody else. People who were not entrepreneurs, who were not business owners, who were not merchants, who were employees. They were trained from the beginning of schooling until the very end how to do one thing and one thing only. Obey orders in terms of working. Be an employee. Now, in case you thought that corporations were going to be the only ones having all the fun here, don't be fooled. The government is going to come in and take their cut in just about 3 years. Because in 1913, the 16th Amendment was passed that gave Congress the power to collect an income tax for the first time. Right as soon as we have an entire nation full of employees that are now working for other people for their entire lives, we now come in and tax it. So now with corporations and governments in bed together, there is no stopping this nationwide factory that we call public schooling, pumping out lifelong workers. This is why today, when you see people who get the best grades, they're not the people that go out there and start companies, that are entrepreneurs, that are founders, that are CEOs, that go out there and change the world. The people who get the straight A's, the A's and B's, They're the best employees. That makes sense, because when you go to school and you get good grades, you're the person that doesn't fool around for the most part. You're the person that pays attention in class, respects and listens to authority. You do what you're told. You're able to collect information and regurgitate it. Every single thing you're trained to do from kindergarten through high school graduation and now college, university, masters, PhD as well, is all trained to make you a better and better and better employee. Now, obviously, the kids who drop out and who get F's, they're going to be employees as well. They're just not going to be the best employees. It's also interesting that the kids who get C's, they're smart enough to be able to make sure that they're not dropouts, that they're able to graduate, but they're not spending their time trying to get the best grades possible. And it's one reason why usually these are the people who are the entrepreneurs, who are the CEOs, who are the creative types, the musicians, the ones who go out there and change the world. They're too rebellious to be able to get lumped into that system and pumped out in that line of factory workers that we call employees. Now, I'll admit, I am speaking out fairly aggressively against the public schooling system. So let's, for the sake of argument, say that the schooling system as it's supposed to be, which is to churn out employees, churn out a workforce, let's say it's good. Even if you say that that is a good thing, in America today, that system is failing. In the Program for International Student Assessment in 2015, the U.S. placed 38th out of 71 countries in math and 24th in science. And since the 70s, there has been no improvement in reading, slight improvement in mathematics, but in recent years, it has been dropping off a cliff. Very simply, the public schooling system in America is failing even at its intended purpose, which is to churn out employees. And before you start crying to Uncle Sam for more handouts, it has nothing to do with how much money public schools are given. From 1970 through 2017, the amount in inflation-adjusted dollars that public schools have been funded with per student has increased 152%, whereas teacher salaries have only increased 8%. So the government is continuing to throw more and more dollars, inflation adjusted, so in real dollar terms, this is way off the charts, more and more money at the problem, and it's not doing jack. This is what happens when the government throws money at a problem, just like healthcare. This is why the healthcare chart looks very similar, where you have the amount of spending on healthcare growing right in line with the number of administrators, while the number of physicians has been stagnant. Now look, I 100% believe that there are certain teachers that should be getting paid a lot more. The best basketball players in the world get paid more than the next 100 basketball players combined. The 10 best CEOs in the world get paid more than the next 100 CEOs combined. The 10 best musicians in the world get paid more than the next 100 musicians combined. The 10 best movie stars, the 10 best everything. All the way down the list, it happens everywhere. So the 10 best teachers in the world should be getting paid more than the next 100 teachers. I'll go even one step further. The person in the world who is the best at teaching organic chemistry to juniors in high school should be teaching every junior in high school organic chemistry. The person in the world who is best at teaching 5-year-olds how to read chapter books for the first time should be teaching every 5-year-old how to read chapter books for the first time. Teaching, just like anything else, should be a winner-take-all, and they should be multi-millionaires. But it doesn't happen that way because the goal is not to get kids really good at math who want to be good at math, and the goal is not to get certain kids really good at engineering or certain kids really good at finance or certain kids really good at anything. It's to churn out employees. And you know this is why we have re-engineers, naturally, because of competition. Simply look at the platform that you're watching this video on right now. One science channel called Veritasium has 13.7 million subscribers, regularly getting millions of views per video. If you know anything about that channel, if you've ever watched their videos, they're pretty in-depth scientific videos. The free market has created literally a free education solution where people can learn about anything they want for free, and the people who are best at it are getting all the attention and a lot of money for it. And even if you don't like YouTube as a free education example, there are also books, which are a very low-cost education example, and the best books get read by the most people. There are also all sorts of online academies like Skillshare and Udemy, coding schools and math schools, and all sorts of things out
Ways to
there.
educate
Competition
yourself.
breeds excellence and makes it cheaper. But even if you think that we can't go pure free market with education, what happens if you just introduce a little bit of competition to the public school system? Well, the answer is you get much better results. Today, there are 76 private school choice programs in 32 states, with over 600,000 students across the country. Fortunately, there are plenty of studies that have been done on all these school choice programs. Studies about test scores, participant attainment, parent satisfaction, fiscal effects, and more. Looking at the test scores, they found with 17 studies that 11 of them had a positive effect, and only 3 of them had a negative effect. There were 32 studies done on parent satisfaction, and 30 of them showed a positive effect. And here's a really crazy one. Of the public school students' test scores, the public schools that should have been negatively affected by this school choice, 28 studies have been done on these public school students' test scores, and 25 of them showed a positive effect. And the kicker, 73 studies were done on fiscal effects, and a whopping 68 of them showed a positive effect, with only 5 of them showing a negative effect. But very simply, school choice works, even in the U.S. public schooling system. Even if you think it's a good that we are churning out propagandized, brainwashed children, turning them into adults that are going to be workers, employees for the rest of their lives. Even if you think that's good, introducing a little bit of competition with school choice would actually make it a little bit better. But here's where things are going to turn for the rest of the video, because there's a reason why certain things are not taught in school, like money. Money is freedom. Now, 100%, money does not solve all problems, but money does solve all money problems. And people are employees because they have money problems. Here's the hard truth. If you really understand how money works, you are not going to be a work slave, an employee, for the next 60 years. That is how I was able to escape the rat race, by learning how money worked. When I was a stockbroker, I had just gotten a promotion and I joined a new team. On my first week on that new team, the team found out that the last guy who had just left right before I got there, he had retired. That's why I joined the team. Within 1 week, he had a heart attack and died. He worked his entire life, spent his entire career making one company richer, wasting his entire life for that, and took his 2 paid weeks of vacation every single year, retired, and died. The truth is, if you really understand finance, if you understand accounting, if you understand investing, if you understand taxes, you aren't going to be an employee your whole life, which is exactly the reason why they don't teach it in schools. It is antithetical to the entire point of public schooling. It undermines the only reason it's there. It is there to produce a nation of workers. And if you teach them the tools they need for freedom to be able to escape that, you undermine your entire point. And instead of creating lifelong workers, you create somebody like me who works for, 10, maybe 11 years, and some of that part-time before they're able to escape. So what am I doing instead? Many of you know that I've got a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. I've got kids, and I'm not sending them to public schools. I'm not even sending them to a private school. And this is what I'm doing. This is not prescriptive. This is descriptive. I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Today, the average kid spends 35 minutes per day with their parents. That's it. 24 hours of the day spent sleeping, spent with other kids, other adults, other people, doing other things. 35 minutes with their parents. Which means that for most parenting that happens to children today, that's done through 2 things, media and schools. We already know what the school is trying to do, and many of us know what media is trying to do as well. So for me personally, I would rather be the one.
Meanwhile, he actually sells crack.
I mean, what's he want everybody to do? Quit their jobs? Stop getting money so they can educate their kids at home.
One that gets to raise my kids, so we are homeschooling. Now look, I understand. It's a huge responsibility to do that, and not everybody, in fact, most people I would probably say could not do that. But my wife and I were pretty intentional about the early years of our marriage together that put us in a position where we were able to do this. When we first got married, we spent the first 9 months getting out of debt. When we had my son, we didn't have any debt. So my wife was able to quit. She was able to stay home like we both wanted her to. And we weren't making a lot of money. At the time, we had to live off of just $2,000.
You could call it no more orange spray tanning extraordinaire.
Per month. All three of us. Obviously, having no debt made that easier, but it wasn't easy. Now, my wife has never had to go back to work. We've always lived below our means, and it is a lot easier now, but it was very difficult in the beginning. My kids grew older. We were able to get to a spot where I was able to quit my job and start Heresy Financial. So with me in control of my time and my wife able to stay home, we are able to use that to our advantage to homeschool our kids. And my wife does most of this. She is a monster at it. She's constantly studying up on materials and curriculum and teaching methods and researching things, and she's very good at it. And our kids are now testing in between 1 and 3 years ahead of their age range, where they're supposed to test for their age. So it's working, and they don't even do school all day, which kind of just shows how bad the public schooling system is in our country. Now, obviously, if they ever slip behind, my wife and I have talked about this, we would have...
He makes a really good fucking point, and I'm going to tell you something else. 2 things. I like he offers the solution, homeschooling, but 2, nobody can fucking do that. So the government is taking advantage of you. And you're aware of it now because of this video that you saw on Nay's Garden. I brought it to you. So this guy is Heresy Financial. If you found that interesting. Yeah, it says you're glossing, this is the very first comment, you're glossing over one of the most important functions of public schools, daycare for all of the employees they created. It's a self-perpetuating system. Isn't that funny that I literally said that? That was my closing statement. Pull down the first fucking comment. It's got 1,300 thumbs ups. It's almost exactly what I just said. So these people are in a position they cannot get out of. They're backed into a corner. You know, watch Nay's Garden. You know, go to my old shows. Learn how to grow your own food. Learn how to sustain yourselves. Learn what you need to do to make that happen. When you're doing that, that's when you do the homeschooling. When you can self-sustain. You know, or if you got the money, like other people do. Obviously, he's got the money. That dude, I'm not that dude, but that dude. Anyhow, you guys, I have to order dinner for myself and my mother. If there were a lot of you here, I would say, oh, you know, keep it open and all that, but there's not, so I'm not expecting anybody to say anything. It says there's literally 7 viewers, so, and 1 on Rumble. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the shorter show, 48 minutes, but you know, it's people left. I try to give you some good content that I felt was important. Man, I don't have kids. This doesn't concern me. I'm trying to help other people. The way you can support me is by not leaving the show, but had a lot of people leave. And nobody's talking, so I will turn it off. You guys take care. I will see you tonight. For a night show, probably. That's probably going to happen. Turn on your notifications and look out for a night show. Alright, guys. Bye. I'm at Nate's Garden on Twitter. You guys can go retweet all of my tweets. I'm at Nate's Garden on Nate's Garden Show on Threads.
Arafat Nakba. Thanks, bro, med love and respect.
Go show me some support over on those other platforms. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to my main channel on YouTube, okay? It's got 25,000 subscribers. It's a picture of me with a beard blowing a smoke ring. Okay, that's probably going to change. But I don't know, it's an animated thing. Maybe it won't change. I don't know if it still animates, actually. Yeah, I don't think it animates anymore. Huh. It's a good freeze frame on it. Anyway, feel free to go subscribe to that channel. I'd appreciate it. I've got 25,224 subscribers. 224. 25, 224. Remember that. It's negative 17.
Arafat Nakba. Hashtag keep it open.
You know,
Hashtag NLRC.
I took some screenshots of it before. I've taken some screenshots of this. Um, 25, 224.
Love underscore you underscore 12.
It was 25, 278.
Hey buddy, nice streaming and awesome streaming seem very cool and entertaining. Keep up the good work. If you don't mind, I would like to suggest you some tips to out your channel. I have a plan written that you can implement to out your audience, and this has been helping streamers like you. You can add me up on Discord for better enlightenment. Kendra hashtag 1297.
It was at 25,278. Now it's 25,224. Negative 17 in the last 28 days. So you know they are whittling it down, guys. So please consider going over there and subscribing to my YouTube channel at Nays Garden. Here's a link to it in the chat. There's a link to my main YouTube channel in the chat. And I'll put it up on Rumble. And I'll put it up on Kick.
Arafat Nakba. Could they be deleting the channels of subs? Nays Garden.
Yeah, they are. They are deleting. It says I'm negative 17. They're deleting subscribers. They're deleting my subscribers. Anyway, I gotta go. I love you guys. Find me on Twitter, guys. Please come to Twitter. And make sure you subscribe to my main channel on YouTube, guys. And all my other YouTube channels called Nays Garden. All of them. Alright. Love you guys. Bye. Thanks so much. If you click on channels, you'll find a bunch of my... Look. Go to this link. If you want to find all of my channels, guys, to subscribe to,
Trendy Nick.
Click on that.
Hashtag keep it open.
Click on that link. Thanks, Nick. Click on this link. And click on this link. If more people were here, bro, I'd totally keep it open for you guys. But
Nays Garden.
You know, I've got... How many more hashtag keep it opens can I get right now? And I'll go order food and then, you know, I'll come back. I'll keep it open. You guys want to do that? How many hashtag keep it open? I ain't got time. Do it right now. If you're going to do it, do it right now. Hashtag keep it open. All right. Bye, guys. I'm giving you an extra couple seconds. I'm waiting for the lag. Because I know there's lag. And some of you don't forward ahead to the live.